Alright guys, I wanted to make a video because it's just so toxic, and I really just wanted to talk about it, right? Okay, let's say you like Trump or something, right? Oh yeah, this is all coming from a non-biased standpoint, I think. But okay, so this is about like why people get so toxic over what they believe in, stuff like that. And it's wrong, you know? Like, just hear me out, like, you know, what is it called? I keep forgetting, because I don't get into this that often. What do you call it? It's Democrat versus Republican, right? Yeah. It doesn't matter what side you're on. But I was just watching the Right to Repair and watching, you know, Biden's executive order on Right to Repair. And Louis Rossman brought up a good point, saying a lot of people are going to hate that I'm bringing him up because a lot of people dislike him. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good point. Just because you dislike him doesn't mean that you shouldn't have any kind of affiliation, you know? And then someone in the comments says, Right to Repair is nonpartisan. It doesn't matter who's in control as long as we can get it forward. And I was like, yeah, that's a good point. But then I was starting to think about other things, like back 100 years ago or 200 years ago, a white boy couldn't be friends with a black boy, right? We decided eventually, well, that's wrong. Racism's wrong, so let's get rid of it. But there's still, not racism, but there's still that kind of like negativity towards certain things. Like, what do you call that? Like toxicity? I don't know. Like, it's just like with that, right? But like, there's stuff like that, but with other situations, you know what I mean? So there was that with racism, but like, I don't know what it's called. I don't know what the word is. But just try to bear with me. But people do it with other things, like Democrat versus Republican. Okay guys, I'm editing this and I accidentally said something that I didn't mean to say, so I'm going to say it here now. So I ended up saying I've seen a lot of Republicans talk bad about whatever, and I said that wrong, but I meant to make it, that made it sound bad. That's not what I meant to say. So what I'm saying is both sides talk bad about each other, and it's wrong, pretty much. That's stupid. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Just because I might like someone else, or because at the end of the day, Democrat versus Republican want the same thing, if you didn't know. But the difference is going about it, alright? And you know what I mean? And they all talk bad about each other sometimes, and I'm just like, man, it really shouldn't matter what you believe in. Because it's just wrong to make fun of somebody, or just befriend them because of what they believe in. That's why I don't talk about it. And that's the thing. I don't think people realize how hard these presidents actually have it. I don't think people realize it. Like, these presidents have to actually really think hard about what they do. Because that's the thing, though. They can't make everybody happy. It's impossible. There ain't no way you can make the whole population happy. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I'll go for whoever I think is best, right? This is what you should do, too. But think about it. This is what I do. You don't have to agree with this, but this is just what I do. I go, well, let's see. I think of it as a business model. Why? Thinking of it as a religion, because a lot of people do. A lot of people think of this as a belief instead of business. Because if you think about it, all this is just strategic ways to handle the country. That's all it is. But people want to make it like a religious type thing, you know? We're like, oh, if you don't believe in this, then you're just stupid or something. You know, people are just like that. I don't know why. But, you know, I think of it as a business strategy than anything else. Because if you think about it that way, you actually really get to see what decisions are better than others. Because it's kind of like that movie. I forgot what movie it was, but it's about you have to kill these people, right? There's these people that are trapped, but right? Maybe like 30 people. But you have to save them or save the whole population. What do? It's one of those situations you can't get out of. They're both sucky. You know what I mean? So you choose the one with less people, right? Still gonna make everyone mad no matter which one you choose. Oh no, it's not a movie, it's a game. Dying Light. Yeah, The Dying Light. That's what I was talking about. There's all kinds of games and movies like that. I'm sorry I'm kind of like out of it right now. But like, I mean, if you think about it, it is kind of like that, right? So all it is just strategic strategies to handle this country. So you're like, well, I mean, this idea is pretty good, but it has this negative outcome. This idea is a little better, but has more negative effects. So which one do you go with? That's what being the leader is actually all about. But people just don't want to see it that way. They want drama. Humans are very drama-infested creatures. And it's a shame that you can't have friends if you say what you believe in, or say what you want, or whatever, and it's really just messed up. So if you're one of those people, I hope you can get better. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, it's just messed up. I know I didn't really come on here scripted, so I'm kind of like trying to say all this on spot. So sorry if I'm going and yeah a lot, you know what I mean? But that's just my opinion, and you don't have to like it. I'm not saying you have to like it. That's just what I think. You don't have to agree with it. And it is okay to have your opinion. Don't think that you can't have your opinion because someone else disagrees with you. That's something I wish a lot of people had too, is to agree to disagree. I learned, instead of just talking with it to somebody, I'll just keep my mouth shut. Because people won't stop. They will pick on you for what you believe in. And so, if I notice someone doesn't believe the same thing as me, I just decide to keep my mouth shut and just agree to disagree. But even then, that person won't agree to disagree. Like, if someone were to tell me that of opposite, if I believe in it, I would just tap their shoulder and be like, but I would tell them that I valued their opinion, and that if I don't agree or agree, but still would be nice. You know, I'd be like, I value your opinion. Have a nice day. You know what I mean? But people can't do that because it's so hard. That's why I don't get into this stuff at all. But that's just my opinion, guys. I hope you like this video. Just, if someone doesn't agree with you, try not to, don't be mean to them. Just say, I agree to disagree. Right? Alright.